Hello, everyone. Uh, there's a package being wrapped for you right now, not a literal box with ribbon, though it could be that too. I'm talking about something the universe has been assembling in secret, a surprise so perfectly tailored to what your soul needs that when it arrives, you're going to feel like every star in the sky aligned just to bring you this moment. And the wildest part, you have no idea it's coming. You're going about your regular existence while behind the scenes, wheels are spinning, pieces are falling into place, and something magnificent is being delivered to your doorstep. This isn't small. This isn't a pleasant little coincidence. This is a huge surprise, the kind that makes you gasp, the kind that makes you call everyone you love just to say, you won't believe what just happened. The kind that restores your faith that good things still exist, that magic is real, that life can still delight you when you least expect it. So let's explore this, what this surprise might be, why it's coming now, when it might arrive, and how to stay open enough to receive it when it shows up disguised as ordinary circumstance. Take what resonates here. This is about unexpected blessings approaching. You remain in control of your life, always. This is simply an invitation to stay alert to the extraordinary hiding inside the ordinary. Let me start by describing the energy of this surprise because it has a specific quality to it, is less than has hone. Zero hash is greater than. It's not something you've been actively working toward or waiting for. It's not the culmination of a plan you've been executing. This is truly unexpected. The kind of surprise that makes you realize the universe has been paying attention to things you mentioned once in passing, dreams you whispered to yourself, hopes you barely let yourself have because they seemed too unlikely. And suddenly, without warning, those impossible things become possible. Those whispered hopes become solid reality. And you're standing there wondering how this happened, how you got so lucky, how life knew exactly what you needed even when you didn't know yourself. Now, let me talk about what forms this surprise might take. Because the universe is creative in how it delivers joy. For some of you, this is a person appearing, someone you weren't looking for because you'd given up on finding them, someone whose existence you'd started to doubt was real. And then one random Tuesday, they're just there, in line behind you at the coffee shop, at a gathering you almost didn't attend, commenting on something you posted online, and the connection is instant, undeniable. The kind where you both know something significant just began. For others, this is an opportunity landing in your lap, a job offer you didn't apply for, an invitation to participate in something that opens doors you didn't know existed, someone recommending you for something that changes your trajectory, a chance to do the thing you've always wanted to do but thought was out of reach. And it comes out of nowhere, no effort on your part, just the universe saying, your turn. For some, this is material, money you weren't expecting, a gift that's exactly what you needed, something you've wanted but couldn't afford suddenly becoming accessible. Not through struggle or hustle, but through surprise, through serendipity, through the universe rearranging circumstances so what you need finds its way to you. And for many of you, this is emotional, or spiritual. A reconciliation you'd given up hoping for, forgiveness arriving when you'd stopped asking for it, a wound healing in a way you didn't know was possible. Peace descending after years of internal war, joy bubbling up from a place you thought had gone dry, a sense of being loved by life itself in a way that brings you to grateful tears. Let me ask you something. What would make you genuinely, purely happy right now? Not what you think you should want, not what would impress other people, but what would make your heart sing? What would make you laugh with delight? What would make you feel like a child on their birthday, like someone remembered you exist and decided to celebrate that fact? Hold that image, because the surprise coming for you might be exactly that. Or it might be something you didn't even know to want, but that fits perfectly once it arrives. You know what I'm picking up on most strongly is less than #0. 5 hash is greater than timing. This surprise is coming soon, like really soon, within days or weeks at most. The energy feels imminent, like a storm cloud that's about to burst, except instead of rain, it's going to shower you with something wonderful. And the timing matters because you needed to be exactly where you are now to receive it. If it had come earlier, you wouldn't have been ready. You wouldn't have appreciated it fully. You might have even rejected it because you weren't in the right space to recognize it as the gift it is. But now you're ready. Now you can receive it. Now it will land in prepared soil instead of rocky ground. Let me slow down here because I want to address something. Some of you might be reading this and thinking, I don't deserve a huge surprise. I haven't done anything special. Or why would the universe give me something wonderful when my life has been so hard? And I need you to hear this clearly. Surprises aren't rewards for achievement. They're not earned through suffering. They're gifts. And gifts come because the giver wants to give them, not because the receiver did something to deserve them. You exist. That's enough. You're a consciousness experiencing this reality, and sometimes that reality reaches out and hands you something beautiful just because it can. Just because on some cosmic level you matter. Just because joy is part of the human experience and it's your turn to have some. So release the deserving question. This surprise is coming whether you feel worthy of it or not. Your job is just to be open enough to receive it. Let me paint you a picture of what receiving this surprise might look like. You're going through your day, normal routines, normal thoughts. Maybe you're even feeling a little low, a little tired, a little, is this all there is? And then your phone rings. Or someone knocks on your door, or you open an email, or you overhear a conversation. Something happens that at first seems ordinary, but as you engage with it as the moment unfolds, you realize, wait, this is huge. This is the thing. Your heart starts racing. Your hands might shake a little. You might need to sit down. You might laugh or cry or both at once because the magnitude of what's happening is overwhelming in the best possible way. And in that moment, you understand that the universe was listening, that your prayers or wishes or silent hopes were heard, that you haven't been forgotten or overlooked, that good things still happen, that joy still exists, that surprises can still take your breath away. Drop a comment if you're someone who needs this surprise desperately right now. If you've been going through a hard time and could really use something wonderful to happen. Because I think many of you are in that space, tired, worn down, starting to lose hope that things can be different. And this surprise, it's going to remind you, it's going to show you that darkness doesn't last forever, that dawn always comes. You know what else I'm sensing? This surprise might come through someone else's generosity or thoughtfulness, someone who's been thinking about you, who's been wanting to do something nice for you, who's been waiting for the right moment. And something happens that makes them act, that makes them reach out, make the gesture, create the moment that becomes your surprise. So pay attention to people this week, to messages, to invitations, to offers. Because your surprise might be wrapped in human kindness, in someone saying, I was thinking of you, or I wanted you to have this, or I thought you might like to know. Let's sit with this for a moment. What if life has been building toward this surprise for months? What if every disappointment, every closed door, every no was actually steering you toward this yes? What if the delays weren't denials, but divine timing, making sure everything aligned perfectly?